Hey, World Builders, welcome back to Build Together. This is day 286. Today's prompt is, are there any polluted places in your world? What is its source? So I'm adding some more to Shelush, specifically the folk of brilliant mind, and their where it all will go. What is effectively their massive dump, their massive trash heap for the entirety of their nation, which is ruled over by the fair and just rule of minds. Now, originally, where it all will go was kind of a genius project. The folk of brilliant mind are, as they are described in their front name, very intelligent, very smart, and they had a way of disposing of a lot of this leftover meta from the mind-destroying Power Maker. Since this huge generator-like thing would need to purge some of its meta every once in a while, it would go here, and they had a number of specialized vats that would kind of allow it to purge out slowly. So you would fill up the vats, and the vats would let this stuff kind of diffuse, or if you had a lot in a vat, you would actually use some metalejo to compress it until it had turned into a number of minor stones. Then, since the minor stones meta output is so much less than hyper-dense meta, which has turned into sort of like a liquid form, you can kind of throw that into the dump and kind of ignore it. It's like kind of okay. Or you can give it to someone else if they want to use it for something, but it's less useful, really, once you live in a place with a mind-destroying Power Maker. The problem eventually became that the mind-destroying Power Maker rapidly out-progressed their sort of plans for its waste management. And so now what you see is thousands and thousands of minor stones in huge heaps and a bunch of hurriedly created extra vats that leak a lot of this hyperdense meta into the surrounding environment, and it's a complete hazard zone. Now, walking into it too quickly without like the proper protective gear will cause you to sprout within minutes or even seconds. Sprouting something I'll talk about eventually, but not yet. Even though the area around it is also like heavily industrialized, there's a few places where there was an ecological system that was going on, and the animals there have suffered what is basically called cellular dysmorphia from the just quantity of meta bombardment. They don't have souls, so they can't sprout, but their bodies break down as they are hit with this constant amount of like extremely dense meta. So all in all, this place has become this huge hazard zone. It is the biggest blot on the intelligence and the progress of the folk of brilliant mind, and they recognize this, and they're working towards bettering this problem and working towards being careful about when they push progress at all costs. Are there any polluted places in your world? What is its source? Thanks for building together.